Welcome to today's broadcast of the Midwest High School Hockey League Varsity Contest between the visiting Ames Cyclones and the home Dubuque Saints. Warm-ups are done. Teams are finishing up their pregame talks. Refs are on the ice. We'll get started here with the starting lineups here in just a few minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ice, the Dubuque Saints.
See Sammy Ruiz on the bench and Xander Sheehy coming out. I assume that means we'll get Tyler Randall's line to start the game.
Good evening and welcome to the Ion Arena for tonight's Midwest High School Hockey League game between the visiting Ames Cyclones and your Dubuque Saints. And now the starting lineup for Ames. At defense, number 22, Finn Moran. At defense, number 66, Kiefer Scheifele. At forward, number 6, Katie Whip. At forward, number 7, Cayenne Baumgart. At forward, number 44, Weston Barrett. In goal, number 1, Wes Carl. Ames is coached by Rick Baker, assisted by Jared Carl.
So we'll get Wes Carl in there tonight.
And Matt Paulson.
Wes is one of the goaltenders for Team Midwest, along with Andy Schell. So, very skilled goaltender. Nice to see a friendly face.
And now the starting lineup for your Dubuque Saints. At defense, from Lower Catholic High School, number 6, Cooper Smith.
Cooper Smith at defense. I believe he's a sophomore from Waller.
At defense, from Hempstead High School, number 12, Landon Schultz.
Also a sophomore from Dubuque Hempstead, number 12, Landon
Now,
Schultz.
defense has been joined by our first kids captain tonight, Fletcher Lang.
Fletcher Lang is our kid captain tonight.
Fletcher is a 7-year-old whose favorite subject in school is reading. Favorite hockey team is the Chicago Blackhawks and wants to be in the Army when he grows up.
Fletcher's a pretty good skater.
Joining Fletcher in the defense, a forward from Western Dubuque High School, number 5, Tyler Randall.
Tyler Randall at center.
At forward,
West Dubuque High
from
School.
Senior High School, number 18, Eli Schwartz.
Junior from Dubuque Senior, Eli Schwartz.
And at forward, from Dubuque Senior High School, number 4, Michael Paul.
And the senior from Dubuque Senior, number 4,
We're joined by our second kid captain tonight,
Michael Poles.
5-year-old Carter Meehan.
Oh, Carter Meehan. Don't worry, Carter.
His favorite subject in school is
I saw 7 guys fall in that exact same spot.
Is whatever team his brothers Colin and Carter play for.
There you go.
Let's give it up for Carson and Fletcher, our kids captains tonight.
Carson
And
Meehan.
they're going to be joined. We got one more goal from Sumner Frederick High School, number 1, Andy Shell.
And then goal in the blue paint from Sumner High School,
By Austin Willendorf,
number 1, junior Andy Shell.
The officials for tonight's contest is assigned by the Midwest High School Hockey League. We have referees Sam Richter, linesmen Quinn Leland, and Ron Wicks. Fans, we ask that you now please rise and honor our flag for the playing of our national anthem, which will be sung tonight by Stephanie Powell.
Someone's spinning me hand around down there. There he goes. He's a hockey player now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars o'er the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets rumbled, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Oh, and Stephanie Powell there on the national anthem. Nice job, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Kid captain's head off. That number 5 is a heck of a skater. Might need him in the JV contest tomorrow morning.
All right, hockey fans, it's Saturday night. There's plenty of you here. It's cold. It's a week before the big guy in the red suit comes down. But I need to hear some noise. Who's ready for Saints hockey?
Ames comes in tonight with a record of 9-6. Saints were victorious over there in the varsity contest at Ames about a month ago. Again, a hard-fought battle. Ames is a physical team. Duke can play that game if they need to. So we'll see how it goes. Song has been sung. Let's drop the puck. Randall into the draw. And we're underway here in Dubuque. Ames controls at the center ice. They'll drive it into the zone. Schwartz takes it. Schultz. Oh, here we go already. Schultz. Back to the other side. Ames controls. Knocked back to the point. On the far boards, Cooper Smith has it. Bangs it behind the net. Send it out to the near side. Pulls it off the boards. Gets it up to Randall, who's tripped up. Now it's pulls again. Backhands it out of the zone. Gets it up to Schwartz. Schwartz wheels it at the blue line. Gets it up to Sammy Ruiz. Chipped into the zone. Michael Bowles makes life decisions and tampers his forecheck. Jackson Heacock knocks it in. Now it's picked up by Liam Henry. Gets it over. Now it's Cade Weiner. Top of the circles. His shot's blocked wide. Back behind the net. Weiner pops it up. Heacock behind the net. Gets it to Sammy in the corner. They walk it out. Turns it over the top of the circles. It's sent past Liam Henry. Length of the ice. No icing, they say. Henry scoops it up behind his own net. Plays it out the far side. Nobody home, though. Peacock picks it up at the blue line, chips it into the zone. He'll go for a change. Isaac Flory now from his own end. Plays it back. Up to the near side to Polson. Taken away by Weiner. Weiner walks it down. Shot saved by Carl. Back behind the net. Crawford has it. Plays it out the far side to Borit. Comes all the way back to Cooper Smith. Played up ahead to Weiner. He'll send it into the zone. Icing. So we get Sheehy Jensen Hill back from his illness, and Alex Henkel out of the forward position. Landon Schultz and Cooper Smith still back at D. Sheehy to the dot. Puck's down. Ames controls. Taken away by Schultz. He'll send it out to the blue line. Chipped off. Sheehy now. He's got Jensen Hill with him. Holds up. Sends it just in front of Hill. Henkel battles for it in the corner. Now it's knocked back down. Henkel doesn't have a stick. Ames out to the point. Henkel takes it away. Kicked over to the near boards. Sheehy sends it towards the net. Out to the far side. Hill with a short shift. Played back behind the net. Then on net hits Henkel. Bouncing puck in the slot. Michael Poles chips it down low. Ames will work it out the far side. Not the best change for Dubuque as Isaac Flory comes in. Drives behind the net. Spins it out to the near side. Flory now at the blue line. Drops off to his D partner. It's knocked away there. Out to neutral ice. Flory in his own defensive zone. Sends it all the way through up to Borit. Schrader plays it over to William Henry. He'll play it up to Michael Poles. Poles dangles it down through the slot. Shot goes wide of the net. Kicks out to the near side. Polson long cross ice pass. They get it to Crawford. Crawford pulls it into the zone. His shot wide of the net also. All the way back to the Ames blue line. Michael Poles forces it out to neutral ice. Borit picks it up. Driven all the way back to his defensive zone. Eli Schwartz with a nice full check. Has it in the corner. Centering pass to nobody. Ames will take it away. It's Polson now carrying it out of the zone. All the way into the zone. Schrader plays it back behind the net. Gets it over to, looks like Liam Henry. This jersey's still confusing me. Into the Saints bench. Sends the player coaches diving for cover. You can't tell if Austin's mad that he almost hit him with the puck or made a bad play. Sammy Ruiz back out. He's got Weiner and Henkel with him. Puck's down. Weiner chips it off the board where he slows him down just a tiny bit. Taken away now. Back to the point. Schultz sends it on net. Blocked in front. Controlled by Fleury. He's ridden out the puck. We'll get a hooking call. And Ames will go on the power play as Sammy Ruiz head to the bench. 2 minutes for hooking. So Paulson for Ames is currently leading the league in goals with 20. I assume he overtake our own Cade Weiner last night. Sheehy to the dot on the penalty kill.
On the nothing but Kings penalty kill.
Sheehy and Heacock out there in the PK. Ames sends it to Polson. Gets it back to Crawford. Crawford shot from the point. Blocked in front. Fleury's got it in the corner now. Works it back. Gives it to Crawford at the blue line. Holds it just in. Gets it over to Polson. Shot. Goal. Second power play goal in as many games. Polson buries it in the top of the net, extending his goal-scoring streak. So it's 1-0 here in Dubuque. Shots on goal favor Ames, 2-1. It's a heck of a shooting percentage. Let's hope they can't keep that up. Sheehy, Hill, and Henkel hop out.
Ames power play goal scored with 12:28 remaining in the first period.
Sheehy wins it forward, poked off his stick.
Paulson.
Now Henkel has it.
Assisted on the play by number 91, Isaac Flory.
Sheehy takes it away at center ice, gives it back to Henry. Henry sends it over to Blake Schrader.
Crawford with 12:28 remaining in the first.
Gets it over to Liam Henry, chips it ahead to Alex Henkel. Henkel through center ice with some speed. Gets it off to Jensen Hill. Hill knocked off the puck. Aims the other way. 4-on-3. Sheehy loses an edge at the blue line. Now Hill gets it ahead, just out of the reach of Sheehy. It'll go the length for icing. 11:52 left in the first period. Ames out to the early lead, 1-0. I see Coach Brian Plunkett making comments. Good to hear you, Coach. Puck's down. Ruiz gets it back behind the net. Played out to the near side. Ames controls, holds it in the zone. Crawford now, top of the circles, blocked there. Weiner's got it, circles back behind his own net. Back to the corner he goes. Now tries to play it out, it's knocked down. Paulson's got it in the slot, taken away by Weiner. He'll race the other way, 1-on-1. Knocked off his stick by Shifley. Centering pass to nobody. Heacock's got it on the far side, knocks it down to the corner for Weiner. Weiner in the corner, tries to walk away. As the puck knocked off his stick, comes back to Smith at the point. Saved by Carl in front, loose puck. Fired wide by Heacock. All the way back. Played over to Schultz. Schultz back to Smith. Knocked back into neutral ice. And they'll throw it back in the zone. Ames controls. Plays it over to Shifley. Forces it to the far side. Shot. Saved by Shell. And we'll get a whistle. Shell's got it in his glove. 10:49 left in the first period. We'll get Schwartz, Pulls, and Randall out. Schrader and Henry back on D. Randall to the dot. One by Dubuque. Sent up the near side. Eli Schwartz has it there. Cross ice pass to Michael Poles. Saints all bunched up in the middle. A grenade would kill them all. Need to spread out just a little bit there. Flory mishandles it. Gets it into the zone though. Spins away from one. Backhands it over. Shot. Saved by Shell. Holds on for a whistle. Plunkett was the coach here in Dubuque, and I know a number of the players' dads have played for him. We've got Landon Schultz out there. Zach Schultz is his dad. Xander Sheehy. Jason Sheehy is his dad. I think there's at least one more. Jamie Lund as Landon Lund. So always great to see old coaches back. Shot just wide of the net. Ames controls. Sends it the length of the ice. Now it's Flory in his own defensive zone. Spins away from Schwartz. Played back up to the middle. Randall sends it into the zone. They'll go for a change. The Sheehy line jumps over the board. Michael Pole's still out there. Yeoman's work. Aims out the far side. Back to Cooper Smith on the blue line. Plays it over to Schultz. Schultz will carry it up. Dumps it into the zone. Glove down by Carl. He'll hold on for a whistle. Face off to come to the left of Carl. Sheehy to the dot. One by Ames. They'll try and play it around the net. Set out in front. Bouncing puck. Ames will try and carry it out. Jensen Hill pesters them the whole way. Now played back to Schultz. Schultz sends it ahead. Henkel can't quite get to it. Ames now on the attack. From the face-off dot, shot. High and wide. Karam's all the way out to the near side. Picked up by Henkel. Full head of steam, works it down the boards. Sends it into the zone. It's knocked off his stick. Schwartz now knocked off the puck. They'll play it over to Sammy Ruiz. Gets it up to Henkel. Henkel inside the blue line. Top of the circles. Shots deflected. Picks it up. Sends it out. Carl covers for a whistle. At 9:09 left in the first period. Shots on goal. 4-3 favoring Ames. Got Ruiz to the dot. Puck down. Back to Weiner. He tried to get it to Schrader. Now they'll control at center ice. Ames takes it back away. Takes it again. Now it's Crawford. His shot's tipped wide. Peacock over in the corner to get it. Crawford muscles him off there. Olsen now spins on the far boards. Chips it back behind the net. Knocked away by Shell. Comes to the near boards. Ames puts a big hit on him. Cross ice pass. Top of the circle. Shot blocked in front. Crawford now back down low to Bort. Out in front. Chipped wide of the net. Looks like it's back behind. Sent out to the far side. Peacock will chase it down there. Ames still in control. They'll play it back to the point. Shot towards the net. Hits the back wall. Comes out to the near side. Blake Schrader gets it ahead. Off the boards. It's held in by Shifley. They'll turn it around. Crawford now 2-on-1 the other way. Centering pass. Shot just wide of the net. Blake Schrader now tries to chip it out. Held in by Shifley just enough so that Sammy Ruiz couldn't run it down. Now it's played back to the Ames zone. Cade Weiner will pester Polson. Sent around to the far side. Held in by Schultz. Taken right back out by Ames. They'll play it ahead. Eli Schwartz has it. Wheels it out to the far side. Plays it ahead. Taken back by Ames. Now it's Tyler Randall. Walks around one. Tripped up in the slot. Covered by Carl. No call on the play. .7:38 left in the first period. We get Tyler Randall out to the dot. Puck's down. Ames sends it out of the zone. Just wide of the net for icing. Ames has a number of players on Team Midwest as well as Dubuque. Dubuque has Sheehy, Peacock, Henkel, and Shell. Ames has got Baumgard, Borit, Carl. I'm forgetting at least two. It'll come to me. Randall wins the faceoff back. Taken away by Pole. Sends it on net. Fleury makes the turn. Long cross ice pass to no one. It's going to be on net though? No. Faceoff to come in the Ames defensive zone. We'll get Henkel, Sheehy, and Hill out for the faceoff. They'll be back by Schwartz. And no, you guys don't get to change after the fact. Nice try, though. A good effort. Cooper Smith and Landon Schultz back on D. Sheehy to the dot. Wins it back to Hill. Gets it back to Schwartz. Schwartz shot on net. Tipped by Xander Sheehy. Covered by Wes Carl. Wes Carl's on Team Midwest, too. Still missing one. Coach Rick Baker is the coach of Team Midwest for Ames. Sheehy to the dot again. Still battle for it center ice. Now it squirts off to Fleury. Fleury will try and carry it out. Knocked off the stick by Henkel. Sheehy tries to get it over back to him. Now Fleury full head of steam. Around. So fast I couldn't even spit out the words. Got by Liam Henry. Sheehy knocked out to center ice. No call. Dump back into the zone. Shell will stop it behind his own net. Played out. Sheehy's got it on the near boards. Long cross ice pass ahead of Henkel. Taken away by Liam Henry. Now sent into the zone. Sheehy's 1-on-3. Seeing Baumgard. Takes him down. Now Ames has it. Comes the other way. Played back into the zone. He doesn't look great. Headed to the bench. Played out to the near boards. He's all right now. I'll see Sukachov with a brief foray into the ice. I see her jump back over the boards. Still counts. We get Jackson Heacock, Sammy Ruiz, and Cooper Smith. Oh, Cade Weiner's on the far side. We'll do the indoor football play that never works because we don't win the faceoff. We won the faceoff, and we blew the pass. Weiner into the zone, drives it wide, shot high and wide over the net. Picked up by Heacock, he'll send it back to the corner. Weiner's there, battles for it, played back behind the net by Ames. We'll play it out the far side. Held in by Ruiz temporarily, now chipped out. Paulson's got it at center ice. Top of the circles, fires it on net, kicked wide. Weiner picks it up in the near boards, chips it out to neutral ice. Fleury has it now. Back to Cooper Smith. He'll go D to D over to Landon Schultz. Played ahead. Ames will dump it into the zone. Cooper Smith back to get it at the faceoff dots. Back behind the net over to Landon Schultz. Wraps around the board to Cade Weiner. Weiner stalls on the near boards. Chips it up the near side. He'll carry it in front of the benches. Gets it ahead to Heacock. It's taken away by Ames. Sent ahead to Paulson. Paulson tips it on the right side of the red line, so no icing. Cooper Smith wheels it to the corner where Ames is. Takes it away. Sent back behind the net. Liam Henry now forces it out of the zone. Back to Fleury at the blue line. He reverses course. Gets away from Schultz. Schwartz. Crawford's shot. Held on by Andy Schell for the whistle. We'll get Eli Schultz out there. Schwartz. Those two. Eli Schwartz out there with Tyler Randall and Michael Pulse. Randall to the dot. Won by Ames. Forced out though. Schwartz carries it down. He's got Pulse in the middle. Shot. Saved by Carl. Ames will go the other way. Chips it by Schrader. Held on by Shell for a whistle. Dubuque will see what Ames sends out. Looks like they'll leave him out there. Saints content with their line too. Randall back to the dot. Controlled by Ames. Held on to by Shell for a whistle. 4:20 left in the third period. Ames tries the late change again. Sheehy to the dot now. One to the middle. Ames has it in the far corner. Played back to the blue line. Shot dumped on net wide. Karam's out to the near side. Ames still in control of the puck. Battled on with Jensen Hill. Gets it back to Liam Henry. Loose in the slot. Seeing plays it back behind the net. Schrader bodies in there. Now it's cycled back behind the net again. Liam Henry back to get it in the far corner. He's got just a little time. Bangs it out to Alex Henkel. Henkel has it taken away at the red line. Dumped into the zone. Picked up by Henry. He'll go back behind his net. Reverses direction. Back the way he came. Taken away there. Now Henkel's got it. Chips it out of the zone. Ames will immediately dump it back in. Shell plays it off to Schrader. Schrader circles back behind his own net. Gets it up to Henkel. Henkel outside the zone through neutral ice. Into the attacking zone. He dumps it down to the corner. Back behind the net. Played back to the far side. Fleury's got it now. Knocked off by Sheehy. Henkel puts a big hit. Sheehy walks out of the corner with it. Into the slot. Shot. Wide of the net. Bouncing puck. Kicked out to the front. Glove down by Schultz. Plays it to the corner. Weiner's there. Has it behind the net. It's hounded by Fleury the whole way. Spins away from him. Gets it over to the far side. Now played back to the point. Shot. Glove down by Carl. Holds on for a whistle. 2 minutes and 48 seconds left in the first period. Shots on goal favor Ames 9-1, and they're ahead on the scoreboard as well, 1-0. We'll get Crawford, Polson, and Borat out. Fleury back out. This is Ames' top line. They'll go against Ruiz, Peacock, and Cade Weiner. Puck's down. Ames controls. They'll send it around the near side, but Weiner's there. Plays it back to the blue line. Schultz sends it on net. Covered by Carl. He'll hold on for a whistle. We'll do it all again. This time to the left of Carl. Ruiz to the dot. Paulson on the other side. Won by Ames. Taken away by Ruiz. He'll drive it to the corner. Gets it back to Heacock. Heacock walks the goal line. Goes down. And Ames the other way through neutral ice. Taken away by Cooper Smith. Played out to the far side. Ahead to Ruiz. Knocks it down and sends it to the corner. Back behind the net it goes. Crawford plays it there. Ridden into the board by Heacock. Now played out to the point. Schultz holds it in. Backhands it towards the net. Got Heacock. Shot deflected wide. Ruiz picks it up in the corner. Gets it back to the middle. Fleury takes it away, and he'll race it to neutral ice. Ahead to Borat. Now played to the corner. Henry will get it there. High off the glass. Sammy Ruiz knocks it in from the red line. Jackson Heacock pressures it. Weiner picks it up. Tries to work through the crowded center ice. Henry picks it in, dumps it all the way around the boards, rings around to the near side. Crawford beats Sheehy to the puck. Sheehy takes it back, takes a big hit to the corner. Now Polson drops it off for Fleury. Fleury works it out the far side. Ahead to Polson. Into the attacking zone. Stalls there. Henkel puts a big hit on him as Jensen Hill now wheels through the defensive zone. It's knocked off his stick. Liam Henry has the stick knocked out of his hand, and we get a call. So Henkel carries it in. Shot kicked wide by Wes Carl. And that's the whistle. 2 minutes, I'm guessing, for slashing. Lead leaguer Aiden Paulson, 2 minutes slashing. So the Saints will send out their power play unit. 1 minute left in the first period.
Ames penalty coming with 1 minute, 1 second remaining in the first period.
We see Jackson Heacock on the top line in Jensen Hill's place.
For slashing, which puts the new
Sammy Ruiz to the dot. He's with Sheehy, Weiner, and Henkel. Puck one, back to Weiner. This handles it slightly, and now he'll send it over. Saints looking sloppy on the power play. Trickles out of the zone. Another bad pass. Weiner picks it up. Works it in his own defensive zone. He'll advance it out the far side. Gets it in the zone. Cuts at the dots. Shot saved by Carl. Kick to the corner, though. Shifley's there. Tries to spin away from Sheehy. Now he fires it out. Henkel on the wrong side of the blue line. Holds it in at center ice. Henkel will work it back into the zone. Knocked off the puck there. And sent the length. Shell stops it. Tees it up for Sheehy. Sheehy to the near side. Advances it into the zone, right down the middle. Shot just wide of the net. Karam's out. 10 seconds left. Henkel has it at his own blue line. Now 7. Falls down. Sometimes things don't just go right. Sammy Ruiz a shot on net. Saved by Carl. That'll do it for the first period. Saints have climbed in the lead on shots. 10-3. But see if I can help out. They tell them there's 59.
All right, getting ready to start the second period. We will continue on the blue board power play for 59 seconds.
Puck's down and we're underway. Jackson Heacock races into the zone from the faceoff dot. Shot. Carl's got it. He doesn't know he has it. Sammy Ruiz to the dot. One by Ames. Fleury has it in the corner. Knocked off his stick by Jensen Hill. Sheehy behind the net. Thrown out in front. Mock loose. Now it's Alex Henkel in the corner. Tries to work it up the boards. Gets it off to Sheehy. Sheehy kicks it. Drives the net. It's taken away from him. And Ames will send it to Light. Shell stops on the goal line. Baumgartner is right on Henkel's tail. Blows an edge and goes smashing into the end wall. Saints are 5-on-3 for a minute. Too many men on the ice for Ames. Seeing went down behind the play. They made the change just a little too early. So the Saints will be 5-on-3 for 18 seconds. And then the penalty will continue. Baxter wasn't one of the players on the ice.
By number 21, Braden Baxter. Continuing the Roadboard Plumbing and Heating power play.
Baxter wasn't one of the players on the ice. That's what they're saying. Duke bench is pointing that out. Cian was limping to the bench behind the play. They're representing, I don't know who the 6 or 5 players were, so I can't send one in. I can tell you for a fact it wasn't Baxter, but I have a mic, I have a whistle. Sammy Ruiz back to the dot. Puck's down. Ruiz kicks it to Sheehy, who kicks it out of the zone. He'll wheel it to the far side, takes it in, blows by Crawford all the way down to the corner. Fleury knocks him off the puck behind the net. Heacock's got it now, feeds it down to Sheehy. Cross-ice pass out to Sammy Ruiz. Chipped in front by Henkel. Not enough. Oh, Jackson Heacock fans on a one-timer. Gets it down to Sheehy in the corner. Pops off his stick to Jensen Hill. Hill walks around the back of the net. Drops off there for Sammy Ruiz. Ruiz is hooked. Shot. Gloved down by Wes Carl. Cade Weiner normally out on the first unit. I don't see him on the bench. There he is at the end. I think so. Puck's down. Controlled by Polson. Sends it back behind the net. Caroms over the near side. Shifley sends it back to the same corner. Polson backhands it up. Heacock, cross-ice pass. Can't get to Henkel. Henkel sends it back to Heacock. Heacock works it up through middle ice. Into the attacking zone. Ruiz gets it over. Right through Cooper Smith. Backhanded out of the zone, and it'll go the length. Shell stops it on the end wall. Sammy Ruiz will spin us up. Carries up the near side. Goes for icing. 14:52 left in the second period. Saints still have 30 seconds on the too many men penalty. Seeing still a little ginger on that knee after crashing into the end wall. You can't move well when the puck's not in play. It's going to be hard to do when it is. Eli Schwartz runs it back to Landon Schultz. Personal victory, I got those two right. Played ahead to Randall. Randall rushes it up to the ice. Now battle for in the near wall, held in by Schultz. Walks it down to the top of the dots. Drops off for Michael Poles. His shot wide of the net. Wraps it out to the far side. See, his knee looks a lot better as he races down the ice. Pressures Eli all the way in. Eli spins, drops it off for Schultz. Schultz now ducks behind the net. Played out. Schultz ahead to Poles, drops it off for Randall. Randall carries it into the zone. Shot wide of the net. Blows the tire on the way down. Controlled by, mishandled by Liam Henry. Dropped off there. Bouncing puck, collected in the slot. Jensen Hill the other way. He's knocked off the puck. Alex Henkel will advance it down the ice. Takes it into the zone. Drives wide. Backhander. Wes Carl with the save. Chips it back out. Taken back by Henkel. Tripped up at the blue line. No call. Jensen Hill now. Dumps it into the zone. Karam's all the way around to the near corner. Henkel knocks it back below the goal line. Ames will force it out the far side. Aerial pass gets by Sheehy. Knocked down by Liam Henry. Dump back in. Carl blades it up into the boards. Henkel gets it to Sheehy. Sheehy through the zone. Can't connect with Short. Score! I have no idea who got this, but they're all excited about it. I think Eli Schwartz got it. Oh, Liam Henry first through the line. Confirm the scoring, but it looks like it's going to be Liam Henry.
Dubuque Saints goal scored with 13:02 remaining in the second period. Goal was scored by number 11, Liam Henry.
Puck down. Henry's got it in his own defensive zone.
Assisted on the play by number 34, Xander Sheehy, and 18, Eli Schwartz.
Sheehy with the assist.
That's Henry from Sheehy and Schwartz with 13:02 remaining in the second period.
Played up through the middle. For it chips it into the zone, back behind the net. Blake Schrader picks it up there, wheels it out the far side. He'll carry it up Main Street, right down the middle. Drops it off for Schwartz. Schwartz has it on the near boards. Backhands it down into the zone. Played around to the far side. Heacock chases it down over there. Gets by Paulson. Now played out. Crawford sends it out to neutral ice. Cooper Smith, D to D, over to Schwartz. Schultz, damn it. Played back to Cooper Smith. Chipped up ahead. Michael Poles gets it a little further down the ice. Now Shifley will send it back up. Bore it. Caught the Saints in a change. Now it's Crawford. Shot saved by Shell. Doesn't know where it's at. Loose puck collected. And Michael Poles will race it down center ice. In the attacking zone, he'll go. Fires a shot, saved by Carl. Bouncing puck. Kicks out to the near side. Randall battles for it on the goal line. Kicks back to Cooper Smith at the blue line. He spins away from one. Comes back out to neutral ice. Poles goes over to Landon Schultz. Dumped into the zone. Carl gloves it down. He'll cover for a whistle. We'll get Ruiz, Schwartz, and Heacock out. Cade Weiner still sitting at the end of the bench. Haven't determined if it's disciplinary or injury related. Puck's down, controlled by Ames. Fleury's got it. He'll walk it up the middle, plays off the board. Before it fans the pass. Schrader back to get it. Bounces off Henry's stick. He battles for it on the far boards, kicks it out to the blue line. Played back behind the net. Schrader races to get it. He plays it up the boards to Schwartz. Played back. Schrader's got it on the near boards. Spins it up the boards. Knocked away by the Ames. Now they've got it on the near side. Walks it out to the middle. Centering pass. Knocked away by Heacock. Shot. Kick save by Shell. Liam Henry tries to bang it out. Ames controls it. Works it down back below the goal. Sends it out in front. Loose puck. Ames spins. Bore it from the top of the circle. Knocked down by the defense. Now it's played out. Sammy Ruiz, he's got Jackson Heacock with him, 2-on-1. Shot fired 3 feet wide, 2 feet high. They'll get it around Liam Henry, and it's 3-on-1 the other way. Seeing Baumgart knocked down. Knocked away by Schrader. He'll play it off to Ruiz. Gets it over to Henkel. Henkel can't quite handle his own pass. Sends it ahead. Centering pass over to Ruiz. Plays it back to Liam Henry. Liam Henry in the defensive zone. Fires it right up the middle. Hits 3 Dubuque players. None of them can control it. And Ames fires it out the far side. Taken away by Jensen Hill. In the attacking zone. Drives wide. Just off his stick. Cross-ice pass over to Schultz. Schultz shot blocked in front. Played off to the far boards. Schultz makes a big hit. Loses his stick. Soccer style. Way to kick it in, Pele. Sheehy holds it in at the blue line. Tries to work it down the boards. Falls on Fleury's stick. That's probably why he's got shoulder problems. Henkel now backhander over the net of Wes Carl. Caroms out to the near side. Cooper Smith dumps it down. Jensen Hill has it roll off his stick. Still has it. Fires it towards the net. Sheehy wins the race to the corner. Walks it back behind the net. He's taken down. Loose puck. Goal! Alex Henkel! That may have gone off Sheehy's head as he laid on the side of the net. And just like that, Saints jump out to a 2-1 lead. Henkel with the goal. Heacock, Schultz, and Smith, and Schwartz, and Ruiz. We're going to pretend like I didn't say the defensemen were a forward. Should have been.
Goal scored with 2:57 remaining in the second period. Goal scored by number 7, Alex Henkel. Assisted on the play by number 34, Xander Sheehy, and number 18, Eli Schwartz.
Puck's down. Ames controls. Duke takes it away, dumps it into the zone. Sheehy did get the assist off his forehead there. Played out the far side, battled in the corner. We're going to get probably a check from behind. We'll see what he calls. It was a check behind. It was a really weak check from behind. Hopefully just a rough. 2 minutes, rough. Serial killers, Sheehy and Heacock back together. Saints have given up power play goals in the last 2 games. Although Sheehy and Heacock weren't on the ice for either one of them. They have a phenomenal penalty kill. Sammy Ruiz will jump out and play a little defense. Liam Henry, the other man on D.
Eli Schwartz, 2 minutes for roughing.
Ames wins the draw. Fleury's got it. Spins away from one, spins away from another. Now battles down the board. No call there. Ref shakes his head. Ames fans on the other side are a bit vocal. Use the word that you can't say on television. Shot saved by Shell. Kick to the corner. Crawford has it there. Sheehy knocks it. Heacock knocks it away. Played back down to board to the corner. Sped back to Polson at the blue line. Back to board. He'll walk to the top of the circle. Shot saved by Shell. Holds on for a whistle. 1:25 left in the power play. 8 minutes left in the game. In the period. Not the game. Saints holding a 2-1 lead. We'll get Alex Henkel, Jensen Hill. Landon Schultz joined Liam Henry on the penalty kill. Henkel to the draw. Won by Ames. Not all that clean, but they'll walk it. Paulson shot goal. See what happens when we take the serial killers off. 2-2. Another power play goal. Numbers are just going to crap there. Paulson extends his leading goal.
English power play goal coming with 7:58 remaining in the second period. Goal was scored by number 18, Aiden Paulson. The second of the game.
Sammy Ruiz to the dot, flanked by Schwartz and Heacock. Puck's down, controlled by Ames. They'll play it up. Blake Schrader knocks it back. Ames has control again, spins it off to Paulson. Paulson shot, glove down by Shell. 7:47 left in the second period. Saints ahead on shots, 17-15. Sammy Ruiz back to the dot to the right of Shell. Puck's down, controlled by Ames. Straight up the boards. Fort sends it back down to the corner. Schrader tries to send it behind the net. William Henry gets it back over to Schrader. Schrader's got a stretch pass to Harry Heacock. Can't hit him. Gets it to Schwartz. Schwartz carries it in. Sammy Ruiz now down in the corner. Battles for it. Aims behind their own net. Isaac Fleury has it knocked off his stick. Eli Schwartz takes a big hit in the corner. Sammy Ruiz back behind the net. Tries to send it out in front, turned away there. Now Heacock back to Ruiz. Olsen plays it up. Liam Henry knocks it back down. Schwartz. Over to Sammy Ruiz, battled on the near boards. Played back to Schrader at the blue line, sent on net. Bladed up into the glass by Wes Carl. Now it's Heacock. Gets it off to Henkel. Oh, come on. Henkel to the board, or bench. Two minutes, roughing. We need a quick refresher on what roughing is. This is still hockey. So Ames back on the power play. It hasn't gone well for the Saints tonight.
2 minutes for roughing. That puts the game back.
Sheehy and Heacock out for the faceoff. Controlled by Ames temporarily. Sheehy takes it away. Sends it down the boards. He'll fight Shifley for it. Wes Carl covers it there. We're going to face off to the right of Carl. Sheehy to the dot. Won by Ames. They'll play it back behind the net. Loose puck. That looked like a hand pass. Baumgartner now walks away with it. We'll bring it up Main Street. Plays off. Ames carries it into the zone. Dumped around behind the net. Played up the far side. Ames will get it back to the point. Played back down low. Heacock over there just wreaking havoc. Now Sheehy steps in. He'll get a piece of it. Kicks off the boards. And Schultz fires at the length. Wes Carl makes a stop. It's played back out. That was close to too many. Jensen Hill now pressures him behind the net. Ames breaks it out. It's Paulson. Takes it into the zone, hits the brakes just inside the blue line, walks to the center of the ice. He's got Fleury behind him. Paulson cross pass over to Crawford. Comes back to Crawford. Back to Fleury at the blue line. Shot. Kicked away by Schultz. Sammy Ruiz battles for it on the near board. Sends it back out. Crawford holds it in at the blue line. Gets it over to the far side. Shot. Goal. 3 power play goals are the difference tonight. Just like that, Ames is back in the lead, 3-2. Paulson looks like got his third. That's a hat trick.
Stop me if you've heard this before. Ames power play goal scored by number 18, Aiden Paulson. That's his hat trick on the game. He was assisted on the play by number 24, Paul Crawford, number 5, Ryder Barrett.
Ruiz to the dot. Puck's down. One by Ames. Shifley's got it in his own defensive zone. Sends it ahead to Bort. Chips it into the zone. Blake Schrader back to get it. Battles forward in the corner. He plays it back behind the net to Liam Henry. Henry tries to send it ahead to Heacock. Taken away by Shifley. Played to the middle. Taken away. Sammy Ruiz will send it up through neutral ice. In the attacking zone. Shot. Saved by Wes Carl. Sent straight up in the air. Bouncing puck. Corralled there by Whiff. Now it's Shifley on the far boards. Battled there. Schwartz and Heacock and Ruiz. Played back. Liam Henry holds it in at the blue line. Sends it towards the net. Bouncing puck. Just wide of Carl. Sammy Ruiz back behind the net. Taken away by Eli Schwartz. Aims to go D to D in front of their nets. Aerial pass out to center ice. Bouncing puck all the way to Andy Schell. He'll play it out to the near side in front of the Ames bench. Dumped back in by Finn Morin. Now it's Liam Henry. Plays it back. Sheehy sent on net. Carl kicks it to the corner. Henkel from the corner. Tries to play it out to Hill. Ames takes it away. Tries to play it up the near boards. Held in by Schultz. Knocked back. Shifley will send it out the far side. Got a man all alone. Oh, it's only Aiden Paulson with 2 goals and leading the league. It's easy how he gets away. Now Sheehy has it. Walks it out of the corner. Up through center ice. Full head of speed into the attacking zone. Saved by Carl. 3:22 left in the second period. The Saints find themselves in a hole, 3-2. Shots on goal still favor the Saints, 20-16. They've just been bitten by the power play bug. We get Tyler Randall out there. Elliot Troush making his first appearance in the game. Played through the middle. Sent up through center ice. Ames gets it into the zone. Up on the far side, Troush gets it into the offensive zone. Michael Pulse now in the corner. He's got Troush in the middle. Shot off the side of the net. Troush on the near boards. Battles for it there. Randall helps out. Sends it down to the corner. Ames back behind the net. Played out to the far side. Flurry taken away by Michael Pulse. Dumped back in. Pulse now applies the pressure. Troush kicks it towards the net. Line doing exactly what they're supposed to do, cause a little chaos. Now it's Whiff to the far side. Shot saved by Shell. Rebound fired back at Shell. He'll glove it down for a whistle. 2:22 or 2:24 left in the second period. We get Ruiz, Heacock, and Schwartz out. Ruiz to the dot. Crawford wins the draw. Tries it for the front. Just wide of Andy Schell. Back behind the net. Ruiz has it. Carries it all the way through the middle into the attacking zone. Now hands off to Heacock. Shot blocked. Ames tries to send it out. Schwartz sends it back to the far corner. Shifley over to get it. Plays it around Heacock. Crawford picks it up. Circles up the blue line. Now ahead to Paulson. Paulson into the attacking zone. Chips it down to the corner. Liam Henry back behind the net. Plays it to the near corner. Sammy Ruiz picks it up there. Long cross ice pass, too hot for Heacock to handle. But it's on net, and West Carl will just cover it there. 1:39 left in the second period. Sheehy to the dot with Hill and Henkel. Controlled by Dubuque. Out in front. Kick to the near corner. Jetson Hill will win the race there. He's got it on the near boards. Drops off for Blake Schrader. Gives it to Sheehy in the corner. Sheehy back behind the net to Henkel. Henkel works it back to the near side. Tries to get it out in front. Bouncing pucks. Still knocked to the corner. Jensen Hill gives to Sheehy. Sheehy out in front. That was Hill. Unnecessary shot. 1:12 left in the second period. Ames will change their line. Sends out Crawford, Polson, and Borrett. Saints comfortable just changing out Landon Schultz. Sheehy to the dot. Won by Ames. Fleury plays it behind the net to Scheifele. Head to Crawford. Sends it up to the far side to Borrett. Played in. Landon Schultz kicks it ahead to Alex Henkel. Henkel carries it into the zone. Top of the circle shot. Headed to the net, but saved by West Carl. Just under a minute now left in the period. We'll get Heacock, Ruiz, and Eli Schwartz over the boards. Ruiz to the dot. Gets it back to Schrader. Schrader shot, tipped wide of the net. Heacock chases it down the far side, wins the race, drives it to the corner. Centering pass, shot! Still loose in front of Carl. Still loose in the slot. Still loose in the slot. Now Carl. Oh, Carl had his glove over temporarily. Fired all the way out. Blake Schrader runs it down. Andy Shell. High off the glass. Out to Landon Schultz. Heacock knocks it down at center ice. Gets it off to Blake Schrader. Crawford takes it away just inside the Saints zone. 25 seconds. Going to need to do something. Bounces off the stick of Schultz. Crawford now all the way down. Gives back to Polson, sent out in front. Crawford shot. Covered by Shell for a whistle with 14 seconds left in the second period. Sheehy, Henkel, and who's staying out here? Ruiz will stay out. Sheehy, Henkel, and Ruiz. Samuel take the face off. Oh, they win it. Get it out to the far side. Sheehy's got a step. Overskates the puck. And is tackled. 4 seconds left. Sheehy's still laying on in the corner. Now Fleury's got it. Works it up the near boards, and that'll do it. Little extra activities there. Fleury and Sammy Ruiz comes in to stick up for his team.
And that's the score after 2 periods of play. Ames 3, Dubuque 2.
After 2, Ames still holding a 1-goal lead. Now 3-2. Shots on goal favor the Saints, 25-19. We'll take a break, clean the ice. See you back in 20 minutes for the conclusion. Looks down and we're underway. Ames controls the faceoff. I didn't hit record. No, I did. Played down to the corner. Jade Weiner back on the ice. Always a pleasant sight to see. Plays it out to Heacock. Heacock chips it around. In all alone. Got Fleury chasing him down. Shot saved by Carl. He'll hold on for a whistle. Ruiz out for the faceoff. One by Ames. He'll try and spin it to the corner. Played into the stands. I think the student section took one to the face. They're holding it up. That's always a good sign that they're all right. Ruiz back to the draw. Puck's down, won by the Saints. Cooper Smith spins it behind the net. Cade Weiner back on the other side. Dances back to the near side. Works out to the far boards. Now Heacock has it. They'll cycle back. Ruiz now out to Weiner. Dances behind the net. Brandon Schultz kicks it down to the corner. Heacock eats it there. Kicks it out to Weiner. Weiner walks up the boards, tries to split the D. Can't quite do it. Ruiz is headed for a change. Comes back out. Sends a long cross-ice pass. Shell gets a piece of it. Leaves it for Smith. Smith cut from behind. Centering pass, Borat just couldn't connect with Polson. Nets off. So get Sheehy, Hill, and Henkel out. They're backed by Schrader and Henry. Sheehy to the dot. Pucks down, Ames controls, back to the point, shot. Hits something in front. Jensen Hill along the near boards. Sends it up the wall. Knocked back by Sheehy. Now it's Schrader. Center ice, dumps it into the zone, taken away right away by Whip. Chips it ahead. Liam Henry back to get it. Goes all the way back to the end ball. Plays it to Schrader, back to Henry. Off the far side, out of play. Puck's down. Controlled by Ames. Now poke loose by Dubuque. Back to the point. Dumped all the way down to the corner. Liam Henry can't scoop it off the boards. Cian Baumgartner knocks it back behind. Kicks out to the far side. Henkel chips it by one. Jensen Hill races it out to center ice. He's 1-on-5. Those odds suck. Back behind the net. Has it taken away from him. Played out to Baumgart. Long cross-ice pass. Sheehy's got it down on the far side. Sends it back up to neutral ice. Sent back in by Ames. Blake Schrader all the way back before the end wall. He'll carry it out. Played ahead to Weiner. Weiner forces it into the zone. Gets it off to Ruiz. Sammy hits. Oh, almost had Weiner on the backside. Shot fired wide. All the way back to Schultz. Schultz tries to dump it down. It's taken away by Polson. Back to Schultz. Set on net. Kicked away by Carl. Weiner now on the far boards. Walks to the top of the circles. Back to the slot. Sends it to the corner. Sammy Ruiz picks it up there. On the half wall. Sends it down to Jackson Heacock. Heacock shot. Saved by Carl. Knocked straight up in the air. Bouncing puck. Still loose. Fired wide by Ruiz. Heacock's got it on the near wall now. Dumps it back below the net. Weiner to pick it up there. Back to Cooper Smith. Smith gets it off to Weiner. Weiner from the faceoff dot. Tries to spin away from one. He's got it back behind the net. Tries to get back on the near side. Gets it off to Heacock. Back to Smith. Smith fires it around the boards. And Crawford picks it up on the near side. He'll race behind his own net. Heacock takes it away from him. Dumps it back down to the corner. Both lines out here for a long shift. Now Saints will try and float a man off. Schultz steals it at center ice. Tries to knock it back in the zone. Paulson battles through it. Takes it into the attacking zone. Knocked all the way down to the goal line. Schultz has it there. Spins away from one. Backhands it up. Gets it to Randall. Just out of the reach of Michael Bowles, but got a piece of it. Shifley backhands it around. Sent up the far side. Knocked off the boards there, though. Michael Bowles has got a shot. Had Schwartz out in front. Didn't see him. Saved by Carl, and hold on for a whistle. 12:46 left in the third period. Ames still ahead, 3-2. We'll get Tyler Randall to the dot. Face off won by Ames, taken back away by Dubuque. Schrader in the corner. Cycles down to Randall. Randall tries to throw it to the slot, taken away by Poles. Now throwing out to center ice. Liam Henry's got it. All the way back to his defensive zone. Cross ice pass over to Schrader. Schrader sends it ahead. And we're going to change. So Gile took a kind of stinger there. He's trying to snap his neck back into place. Sheehy, Hill, and Henkel hop over the boards. Sheehy to the dot, won by Dubuque. Liam Henry rips it around the boards. Jensen Hill tries to chip it out. Ames controls. Paulson's pass is blocked by Henkel. Sheehy will work it to the near side. All the way down to the goal line. Muscles his way to the front. He's ridden off hard. Shifley's still holding him down. Kicks out Jensen Hill now in the near corner. Sent back. Can't connect with Sheehy in the middle. Schrader dumps it into the zone. Gloved down by Carl. He'll hold on for a whistle. Alex Henkel stops in to say hi to his Team Midwest buddy. .45 left in the third period. We'll get Ruiz, Weiner, and Heacock out. Smith and Schultz back on defense. Ruiz to the dot. It's going to be a conversation here. Referees can call a major penalty. That's about the only reason this conversation would be happening. I guess the faceoff could come outside the zone, too. That's what's happening. Why, I don't know. Faceoff in front of the Ames bench. Ruiz still in there to take it. He wins it, gets it over to Weiner on the far side. Weiner works it down to the corner, spins away from one. Turns it over at the top of the circle zone. Bouncing puck gets away from Cooper Smith. Ames is 2-on-1 the other way. Shot goal. Well, it's good to see they don't only score on the power play anymore. Ames stretches the lead 4-2. And it's Paulson again. He may be in line for a player of the week.
Ames goal scorer 11:29 remaining in the third.
I think the problem is he was player of the week last week. He was. Had 4 goals and 5 assists last week.
Cole Crawford.
Laid ahead. Fleury all the way back in his defensive zone, hounded by Hill. Fleury walks it back behind the net. Kicks it out the far side. Picks up his own pass. Into the attacking zone, hounded by Sheehy the whole way. Dumps it back behind the net. It's played all the way back. Let's give it to Fleury again. Let's see if he can do it again. Backhanded pass. Send ahead. Whiff has got it at the top of the face-off dots. Blake Schrader high off the boards. Ames at center ice. Dumps it in on Andy Schell. Makes a save. Played ahead. It's Liam Henry battling for the puck. Kicks it ahead. Now it's Cade Weiner back behind his own net. Takes a hard hit. Gets it over to Liam Henry. It's knocked off his stick. Ames fires it back to the point. Kiefer Shifley sends it on net. Blocked. Now collected by Schrader. Sent back to Shifley at the blue line. He'll go D to D. Sent on net, deflected in front. Now it's Henkel. Plays it around the boards. Or it knocks it back to the corner. Sammy Ruiz. Back behind the net. Paulson's got it there. Weiner's got it. Carries out to center ice. Sammy Ruiz joins him. It's 2-on-1 the other way. Weiner floats over to Ruiz. Misses the net. Takes it back though behind the goal line. Aims with all 5 players in the slot. That'll make it hard to make a pass. Thrown back. Molenkamp now at the blue line. Shot. Saved by Wes Carl. Molenkamp shot blocked in front. Gets it down to Heacock. Heacock dumps it into the corner. Ames steals. Fires it back out the other side. Shot. Wide of the net. Loose in front. Nice defense. We're going to get a delayed call. Saints will go on the power play. So with 9:23, down by 2. Saints have a key opportunity to close the gap here. Colson had 2 goals last night against the Oaks.
9:23 remaining in the third period. Penalty was on number 6. Katie Whip, 2 minutes for interference. Putting the dude back under Willingborg, Woman and Heedy.
So we'll get Ruiz, Sheehy, Heacock, Weiner, and Henkel out. Puck's down. 1 forward. Sheehy's got it there in the slot. Fires off the Carl. Sheehy in the corner, back behind the net. The Heacock. Heacock pinned against the board by Fleury. Now Heacock walks away with it. To the top of the circles. Gets it over to Weiner. Weiner back over to Ruiz. Shot blocked in front. Kick to the corner where Sheehy picks it up, walks it behind the net. Spins away from 1. Plays it off to Weiner. Weiner in the corner. Back to Sheehy. They try to run the give and go, and Shifley stops Weiner from going. Typically, that would be called interference. Sheehy now up the boards. Gets it off to Ruiz. Get down to Weiner. Weiner shot high and wide. Rims all the way out to center ice. Sheehy back behind his old goal line. Sets it up there. He'll head off the ice. Leaves it for Landon Schultz. Jensen Hill up the ice into the attacking zone. Drives it wide down the goal line. Spins back behind the net. Hill cross ice pass. Michael Poles fans and misses. Net's off. Net's off. So with 40 seconds left in the power play, 8 minutes left in the game, Ames still holds a 4-2 lead. Paulson does have all 4 of the goals, giving him 6 on the weekend. I don't think it really matters if he was player of the week last week. He's going to be player of the week again this week. Back to Schultz. Schultz at the blue line. Gives off Randall. Fires it through the slot. Jensen Hill picks it up on the far side. Drops it down low. Eli Schwartz back to Hill. Up to Schultz at the point. Tipped in front. Hill wins the race to the boards. Michael Poles now. Gets it back to Landon Schultz. Over to Jensen Hill, top of the circle. Shot. Loose in front again. Now it slides under Wes Carl. Eli still standing there. Takes a stick back. 5 seconds left on the power play. Face off to the left of Carl. We get Weiner, Heacock, and Ruiz out. Backed by Schrader and Henry. Puck's down. 1 by Dubuque. They'll get it back to Weiner. Liam Henry can't control the puck, and it's Ian Baumgart the other way. Ames on a 3-on-2. Weiner ducks away from 1. Races up the board. Skates away from Borat. Cian tries to knock him down. Does a horrible job of it. Now they'll pin him up against the end wall. Peacock now works it to the corner. Sends it back below the goal line to Sammy Ruiz. Ames takes it away. Back to the point. Shot on net. Hits Carl right in the face. Who's puck in front? Carl holds on to it. Everyone pounds on Jackson Heacock. .647 left in the third period. Paulson, Board, and Crawford jump over. They'll be mirrored by Sheehy, Henkel, and Hill. Sheehy to the dot. Ames wins the faceoff. Played around the back of the net. Shifley plays it up to Liam Henry at center ice. He'll dump it back in the zone. Wraps around behind the net. Carl stops it there. Wrapped around. Sheehy knocks it off the boards. Walks it behind the net. Sends it out front. Nobody home. Liam Henry at the blue line. Down to Sheehy on the half wall. Gets it off to Jensen Hill. Jensen's got it on his stick. Tries to get it back to Liam Henry. Shipped around, but we'll go for icing. Saints will send Heacock, Ruiz, and Weiner back out. They're backed by Schultz and Smith. Ruiz to the dot. 6:15 left in the third. Buke wins the faceoff, but Cooper Smith had cheated in too far. Ames is off to the races, ducks around Schultz. Shot saved by Shell. Another save on the rebound. Outskate Weiner the other way. Seeing Baumgart pokes it away. They'll dump it in. Back behind the net. Shell stops it there. Heacock on the far side. Will carry it out into the attacking zone. Drives it wide. Centered and Shell will cover it for a whistle. Blake Schrader and Landon Schultz will back Eli Schwartz, Xander Sheehy, and Alex Henkel. Puck's down, controlled by Dubuque. Alex Henkel, shot, goal! Saints close the gap to 1, 3-2 on Henkel's face-off goal. So with 5:34 left in the third period, shots 34-24 in favor of the Saints. They're now down by just a single goal.
5:34 remaining in the third. Goal scored by number 7, Alex Henkel.
Right back into the Ames zone.
Assisted on the play by number 18, Eli Schwartz, and number 34, Xander Sheehy.
Runs into a problem there at the blue line. Paulson tries to dick around one. Into the corner goal. Sheehy tries to get it ahead to Henkel. Ames takes it back, spins it to the middle. Loose puck, covered by Shell. Landon Schultz will jump over the boards, as will the first line. Heacock, Weiner, and Ruiz. Ruiz to the dot with 5:09 left in the third period. Face up one by Ames. They'll force it down to the corner. Shot saved by Shell. Back behind the net. Landon Schultz has it there. Just about takes out the Hill family. Sammy Ruiz to the dot. across from C and Baumgart. Pucks down, won by Dubuque. Ruiz gets it to Schultz. Schultz wraps up the boards. Cade Weiner sends a cross-ice pass that Henkel can't catch at his shoulder. That's Peacock. Sends through the crease. Sam Ruiz now knocks it down below the goal line. Weiner back behind the net. Sends it back to the point. Cooper Smith holds it in. That one's out. That one's out. The 40 roughs in the stands thought the first one was out. Didn't look like it was. The ref on the other side of the ice was 3 feet away as opposed to the 70 feet that the fans were. We'll get Ruiz back to the dot. Indoor football play over to Cater Weiner. It's played back to Landon Schultz. He'll go all the way back to the defensive zone to get it. Tries to walk it out the near side, runs into Cian, changes direction. Now it's Blake Schrader in the corner. Plays it off to Schultz. Ames will dump it back down to the corner. Paulson takes it away. Weiner now winds it up through center ice, into the attacking zone, into the slot, tripped up, no call, goal! Danny Ruiz with the goal. And we're all tied up here in Dubuque with 4 minutes left in the third period. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even see how that one went in. Maybe I can catch it on the Ames speed. Yeah, I get the replay. So Weiner skates it all the way up the ice. Blatantly tripped at the slot. Puck rolls over to Ruiz and he puts it in.
Dubuque goal. Scored with 3:59 remaining in the third. Scored by our captain, number 13, Sarah Ruiz.
He wins it forward. Paulson sits on it.
Assisted on the play by number 22, Cade Weiner.
Someone take the microphone away from that guy.
And number
He's way too loud.
Jackson Luca.
He sends it into the zone. Loose in the slot, sends it on net. Bouncing puck. Still loose. And it's Cole Crawford, carries it out of the zone. Advances it all the way down. Poked loose by Blake Schrader. Now Jensen Hill back on the ice. He'll jump off. Weiner jumps back on. Sent into the zone. Alex Henkel in the corner picks it up. Can't quite hold on to it. Goes back to get it. Battles Shifley. Samsonite? I was way off. Played up, high off the glass. What? Ruiz gets it over to Weiner. Weiner dances around a couple. Now it's played back. Liam Henry sends it in on Carl. Saints clear the zone. Played up. Sammy Ruiz tries to take it away. Comes back out to neutral ice. Plays it back to Liam Henry. Henry ahead. Can't quite connect with Jackson Heacock. Now it's played back up to Weiner. Weiner sends it into the zone. Heacock will chase it into the corner. Centering pass out to Weiner. Weiner's hook, sent out in front, blocked back behind the net. Wrapped around, Landon Schultz, top of the circle, gets it down to Weiner. Weiner walks the top of the circles, gets it over to Jackson Heacock. Heacock shot, fired on net, run down! Oh, Weiner. Oh, all kinds of pushing, yeah. 5 guys hitting him in the head. No call. No call. Looks like we're going matching, offsetting minors here. Sammy Ruiz will head to the box, as well as, I think it's Finn Morin. So with 2:22 left in the third period, all knotted up here at 4. 5 on 5. We'll get Sheehy Henkel.
Penalties here with 2:22 remaining in the second period.
And Jensen Hill.
Number 22, Finn Moran. And Dubuque, number 13, Sarah Ruiz. 2 minutes for roughing each.
Face off to the right of Westall. Sheehy up to the dot. They put the time on the clock. They weren't supposed to do that. 5-on-5. Ames wins the draw. Sends it out of the zone. Length of the ice. That'll be icing. We'll do it again. So we'll get Jensen Hill to the dot. He wins it. Alexander comes in, tries to drive it forward. Isaac Fleury now races it down the far boards, cuts back into center ice. He drives him wide, takes the puck away, knocks it off the center ice. Whiff has it there, plays it up through neutral ice. Fleury again. And when he gets running, he's a freight train to stop. Played all the way down to the corner. Ames tries to center it. Shell makes the save, kicks it to the near boards. Baumgart now works it towards the front of the net. Sheehy knocks it back to the corner. Played up the boards. Henkel gets it ahead to Sheehy. Sheehy gets my pulse and he's in all alone. Nice save by Carl. Plays it back though. Now the length of the ice. No icing. We're saying Henry could have played it a couple times. Henry now out the near side, ahead to Weiner. Weiner turns it over, top of the circles. They give it back to him, though. Maybe not the best idea they had. Weiner through the neutral zone. Spins just inside the blue line. Shot over the net. Cairns out to the near side. Blake Schrader down to the corner. Gets to Jackson Heacock. His shot saved by Wes Carl. And with 56.7 seconds left, faceoff will come to the left of Wes Carl. Isaac Fleury jumps over the bench. We'll get Weiner, Heacock, and Randall. Who are we missing here? Sammy Ruiz is in the box. Randall wins the faceoff. Give it back to Weiner at the blue line. They take it away from him, and Cole Crawford's off to the races. Centering pass is behind the man. Randall knocks it into the defensive zone. Tipped away by Weiner. Shifley plays it back. Someone's going to have to go to the puck. Andy Shell keeps life interesting for goalie parents. Makes the cover. We'll get Sheehy out there in place of Randall. So Sheehy, Heacock, and Weiner. Sheehy to the dot. Wins it. Gets it over to Liam Henry, who tries to force it out. It's held in. Now Sheehy's got it on the goal line. Spins and takes it up the middle. Not the best place. He's dragged down. No call. Weiner centers it. Can't get it to Heacock. Heacock sends it into the zone. Just 18 seconds left. Ames has it behind the net. It's Fleury. Plays it over to Shifley. All the way the length of the ice. They wave the icing. Shell stops it behind the net with just 4 seconds left. Liam Henry will keep life interesting for just a second.
And that's the horn after three.
So after 3 periods,
26 for 80.
we're tied. Bonus hockey. You paid for the first 3. We give you the rest just for free. Saints only had 1 overtime game this year, or this year so far. They had overtime against Ames or Des Moines Oaks, and it ended at 14 seconds into the game. So hopefully we stepped up our game. See if we can get the camera down on Coach Austin. That's his. So overtime rules in the Midwest High School Hockey League are 3-on-3 for 5 minutes. And if no winner is determined, we'll go to a shootout. So we'll see who Coach Austin sends out for his first three. Ames has a lot of talent. Like I said, Isaac Fleury is pretty much a freight train when he has the puck. I would expect to see him. Looks like Cole Crawford. And leader in goals, Aiden Paulson. Saints will counter with Cade Weiner,
Let's make some noise.
Sammy Ruiz, and Jackson
We got
Hika.
overtime. Stand up hockey.
Get the camera back on. Hit record. Hit record. There it goes. Puck's down. Cade Weiner kicks it back to Sammy Ruiz. Ruiz sets up in his own defensive zone. Ruiz back behind his own net. Brings it out the near side. The Saints do a good job of spreading the ice. Try and get a one-on-one isolation. I don't think I ever changed the period. Weiner now across the red line. Plays it back to Ruiz. Saints just looking for an opportunity. They might have it here. Fleury battles Weiner with the puck. Now Fleury has it. They'll pick up Crawford on the far side. Now it's Polson, knocked away by Weiner. Crawford will spin it back towards the blue line. 4 minutes left in the overtime. He'll drop it off there for Fleury. Fleury spins it for Polson. Polson up through center ice. Gets around Heacock. Tucks around Sammy Ruiz and it's a goal. So Polson with 5 goals on the game.
And that is the game. With 3:50 remaining overtime. No score by number 18, Aiden Paulson.
3:50 remaining in overtime. Shots on goal finish at 39-27. We'll be back at tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. for JV, 11 for Varsity. Thanks for watching. I'm Madison's dad, telling you if you can find a rink, you